It's time for the One Bar and Lepica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lepica Show. In this episode, we're breaking down Mike Zimmer's post-game press conference, and like pretty much everybody in the state of Minnesota, Mike Zimmer was very, very somber in this press conference, as he should have been. Very, very gross day for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's just break this down. Zimmer obviously very disappointed in the way the Vikings played. Kind of stated the obvious, didn't give a ton, just pointing to too many mistakes. One thing that was very clear is he didn't seem overly upset about the secondary play in general. What he seemed most upset about was the jumping off sides, giving them free plays, just mental mistakes, which is kind of Zimmer-esque, which you definitely don't want to do. I'm sure they are getting a full-on tongue lashing in the locker room as I speak. Just continued to point to the time of possession, which is an obvious thing. The Packers had the ball for 41 minutes and some change, which anytime that happens, obviously bad things are going to happen for the opposing team. In-game adjustments, they definitely made adjustments, like he said. They just didn't execute. Thomason was not shy to point out that 43 points was the most Zimmer has given up in his 7 seasons. Zimmer just kind of explained they didn't play well. We got to get back to work. He didn't seem overly terrified, just kept pointing out that they got to get back to work. They will get better, which, we've seen Zimmer's team start off the first game not great over the history of time, and we have gotten better. This is a little bit different with a very young secondary, something that Zimmer hasn't been tossed in his lap, at least this young, this early. The no pressure says we got to get more pressure on the team, which was very evident. The no fans said that was definitely a little weird. It actually seemed like, and I think Thielen actually mentioned this as well in his press conference, it was so quiet, it just seemed like the Vikings were down a ton. So that's going to take some adjusting, especially when you are actually down. That's going to be tough to get over, so it'll be interesting to see how they get over that. They got to get better pass rush. Yannick, he did explain, we just got to get him in shape, get him out there. But when you're out there for 41 minutes, that is a very tough task. And then one final thing was on that 4th and 3 where they went deep. Doesn't seem like he was particularly happy that Cousins decided to go with Tajay's side when he was very clear that Thielen was one-on-one on the other side. So not very happy about that. But overall, just pretty standard with Zimmer. Just pointing out the defense has to get better, was not pleased with execution. Mental mistakes can't happen. And if they're going to make a run in the NFC North, they're going to have to clean that stuff up. But he did say Dantzler actually had a good game. He was in the right place at the right time. And just that Aaron Rodgers had a pretty damn good game himself. So that was pretty much wrapping it up. I'm sure he'll have more to say tomorrow. But that is Zimmer press conference in a nutshell.